Morning everyone, welcome to Flood Exploration YouTube channel. Today's episode we're going to talk about the mechanical upgrades that we did to this truck before we ever put a box on it. So grab your coveralls and let's get going. So we're going to start on the passenger side of the truck. There's actually more to talk about on this side than there is the other side anyway. Starting with up top, we have the Donaldson air filter. This is a 24 volt electric over hydraulic pump. This is the old airlift system for lifting this vehicle with a helicopter. This is the hydraulic control system, the fuel tank switch, and down here is the backup cab lift hydraulic system to this if this pump should ever fail. So I needed to get all these components in here, but I wanted the box as close as I could to the cab, so I had to remove the original air filter and the spare tire carrier, which sat right here, was about this wide. There's a lot of people involved with the mechanical upgrades to this truck that I'm going to talk about today. Some paid, some are just helping me, and then some of it I did myself. I'm not going to mention all of those and who did what, but I will say that I don't have the ability to fabricate steel or weld, so I made up everything with cardboard and tape and went to a fabrication shop, and that's how we pulled all this off and then used this cross member to support all of these new items on the truck. Okay, I'm going to use my handy dandy pointer stick and fire poker. As you can see on the far side, there's another Donaldson filter. So these are wide together to go into the intake manifold. This blue painted object is the intake for the turbo, and this is an upgraded 290 horsepower turbo for this. And then there's a pack brake down here, which is an engine retarder. And then right here is a replacement or aftermarket cab lift, cab air ride system. It's a little bit different than the military one. I had to do this because we are running the 14R20 tires, and in order to have full clearance on the cab airbags, I had to have a fabricator weld up a special unit. Then moving forward a little bit, this is an upgraded alternator. This is the 260 amp hour 12 and 24 volt military alternator. I had to do some modifications to the shock tower and several other things to make that fit in there. But thanks to all the people that helped me get that in place and get all the right parts. I did have to replace the the exhaust manifold because I had a hairline crack. And then I have two exhaust gas temperature sending units sensors right here. There's a cast iron wall between cast into this, so this one is reading the front 3-cylinder temperatures, and this is the rear 3-cylinder temperatures. While doing the turbo upgrades, I also replaced the elbows and other fittings on the intercooler system.
On the underside of Poseidon, we changed the differential gears to a higher gear ratio, and that means a lower engine RPMs at highway speeds. The drive shafts were balanced and all the U-joints replaced. We have new seals in the central tire inflation system, or CTIS. The air brake system was completely rebuilt, including the air wedges and the brake cylinders. The air supply hoses outboard of the frame, which include those used by the CTIS, were replaced because they are continuously flexing as we drive, and they were 20 years old.
Over here on the driver's side, there was quite a few upgrades made as well. We'll start at the top, and the high pressure oil line was replaced. That's a notorious failure point on these particular motors. The brake and CTIS compressor was replaced with a new Bendix, and then the air conditioning compressor was added because I have an in-cab air conditioning system. And then from here you can also see the cab air lift system on this side. This is the original coolant overflow tank. It's in a little bit different position, as well as the fuel level or oil and transmission level fill is moved slightly to accommodate all of this. So on this part, we're still on the driver's side, by the way. I've put in a 24 volt and a 12 volt cutoff switches, and then behind this secret door is an AirDog fuel filtration system, which is an oil water separator and an air water separator. That's actually not hooked up yet. So it's one of my projects over the next month or so is to get that going. But it is in there to super clean the fuel before the fuel even gets to the original fuel filters. You can also see here some of the under cab insulation work that we did a few months back, but cab insulation is a whole different video, I think. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Click the like button, comment down below. If you have any questions or you want to see more things in detail, we'll try to answer those below, or maybe give us some ideas of what the next video is going to be. Bye!